How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile. Scourge League. We are currently in Act 5. I had to call it kind of early last episode. Now let's keep going from where we left off. As one of the quest rewards that I picked up just now, I got this ring, which replaced my blue shitty ring. This thing it's pretty good actually. It has quite a bit of resistance, 7% to all resistance, lightning resistance. I really need it. And it has a decent implicit, 16 to all to fire and lightning. So now my resistances are 75 to all, which is looking pretty good now. I can basically start looking elsewhere in regards to defenses. Is it a little loud? I feel like the explosions are a little loud. The pops? Let's turn it down a little bit. Just a little. Maybe that's better? I mean, the pops are cool. I like the sound of it. It's a little heavy. It's a little much, you know? I wasn't planning on recording tonight, but I've been having a lot of fun. And I was like, hey, let's play a little bit. Just a little. Oku. What's up, man? Have you been playing New World? Have you stopped playing? I'm like still super addicted into that game. In addition to this, I mean, it's a new league, but how are you doing, buddy? I took a break because I'm grinding Maple Story? Oh, well, you're never gonna end with that. Are you playing, like, is there a new Maple Story, or just like the classic Maple Story? Did something change? I remember I saw a couple, like, streams with regards to Maple Story, but it looked a little different. There's a reboot, but I'm playing the old one. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I remember there was some kind of reboot. It still feels kind of loud. I don't know. Is it me? Lots of differences. I played the mobile version for a bit, but it was like a auto battler, or not auto battler, but like it auto resolves quests and you just press a bunch of buttons. It was not fun. I remember playing a lot of Maple Story when I was a kid, but it was so grindy. I heard this season PoE sucks. Really? See, if you said last season of PoE sucked, I would have been like, it was okay, but a lot of people didn't like it. This season's really good. This season is different. So, like, okay, I can real quick go through, like, what changed this season, and it's a big change. I would say the big changes in passive trees. Before, you had like a fuck ton of stuff you had to do in the passive trees. Now what they did was, whenever you pick up one of these large nodes, you can allocate into masteries. So now you have a lot more choices in each section. So builds have actually changed a lot as a result. Like, you have these things now called masteries, so even more things you can choose from. And it makes a big difference. I was watching Crypt play it. Oh, okay. I don't know what he was playing, but maybe he's not enjoying it all that much. I haven't been watching any streams. I'm just playing it on my own. I've been enjoying it a lot. I think it's pretty fun. It's kind of difficult, I would say. Not that necessarily makes it worse, but... Hey, Dream. Very, very important question for you. What's up? How do you like my name? I think your name is fine. Oh, I got banned for RMT. I did a double take. I did see it earlier, Dream. I thought you actually got banned, and I'm like, yeah, she's just probably playing like Bane or something. I'm like, I don't think she actually got banned. I hope my character still exists. You know what, Hoku? I've just taken. You can just hold on to it. You're holding on to my name. For those of you who don't know, Hoku took my name in the game. He made a character. I had deleted a character named Emnix, and I forgot about it. And then when Hoku started playing PoE, the character he picked, he just picked Emnix as the name. And since then, I've never been able to get my name back, which is fine. I mean, I don't actually name my character Emnix. It's fine, but he's holding it. He's holding on. He's keeping it warm for me. I'll sell it to you for 10,000. One day, when my name is actually worth that much, maybe I'll buy it back, Hoku. Right now, you're probably losing money holding on to it. It's taking a space in your character slot. You think I'd RMT? I mean, especially, I wouldn't think you'd RMT in Solo Self-Found. There's just no way to do it. Alrighty. I need you to stream more so you become famous and the value goes up. Here's the thing with streaming, and like for those of you, like if you, I guess if I don't want to be like, oh, if you stream, you would know. But personally, I find sometimes with the thing with streaming is it takes a little bit of energy. More importantly, it takes like time commitment, which is like before I was able to. So like before I did any streaming, and right now, you know, the level of streaming we do is extremely casual. It's like once a week maybe, right? And then like towards the end of the league it's nothing. But like before I released a lot of YouTube videos, and that was like most of the content that I released, which was just like me playing through the game but as a YouTube. And that was a lot easier to do. But with Twitch, it got a lot harder. I don't know. I feel like it's because I have to sit here for like 3 hours or whatever. I have my name reserved. I'll sell it for 11k. I need those character slots, man. I deleted my Emnix character because it was like the first character I ever made. It only got to level 50. It was like a garbage character. And I'm like, okay, I'm never coming back to this, so I deleted it, right? I'm like, maybe I'll come back in the future, but I just didn't. And then by the time I realized that my name got scooped up. But yeah, like the character slots are more important to me. I'm running out of character slots. I leveled up. What the heck do I do now? I think I'm gonna go take more damage. So maybe go this way and then start taking damage over time. I'm starting to realize like maybe I don't need to do a league starter, because at the pace I'm going, by the time I'm like in maps, probably all the stuff for our Kali's Fang would be super cheap. I actually don't know. I need to check what the prices of all the gear is. I have my name reserved as a level 1 Scion only so that I can just tell people who want to add me it's my name. That's not a bad idea, actually. It's not a bad idea. Man, it's... You know what? Like, part of the reason why I haven't played as much this league is, one, I did not take any days off. So I'm only playing during, like, when I'm done work. And I'm the designated cook. You know how you have roles in the house? I'm the designated cook in the house. I make our meals, man. And like that takes a bit of time, and then, you know, and I want to do other shit. So like in the weekday it's kind of hard to find like streaming time. So as a result, I haven't been able to play as much. Not to say that I don't like this game or like this league. This league's pretty fun. I like the Scourge stuff, and there's like a lot of cool stuff to work towards because you have all these Scourge points. Dream, have you maxed out like these upgrades? Because they said you could upgrade a bunch, right? But I'm looking at these points, I'm like, it's not that much. You could easily fill this out, can't you? It doesn't look like that much. It's very painful? Okay, never mind. I guess there's a lot. Have you heard of the pale angel enemies in Scourges? They have a huge AoE, 1.5 screen Cyrus beam. It's nutty as a Spectre. I did not know about this. I did see one YouTube video titled Scourge Spectres are insane or something, but I never clicked it. I see those titles, I'm like, that's clickbait. You can't get me. It can't be real. So I don't click those. But maybe it's actually true. Okay, so leveling up all your Scourge stuff is gonna take forever. I see. As I was saying earlier, though, part of the reason why I haven't been playing as much is one, I didn't take any days off.
When I'm ready.
Haven't been able to stream as much. I get stunlocked a lot. I get into like some train of thought, and then I lose my train of thought, and I get stunlocked, and I lose my topic. Anyways, and in addition to like just not being able to stream much and play much, I've also been like spending a lot more time playing New World. I've been having a lot of fun. It's been like years. Decades even. Is that fair to say? Decades? When's the last time I played, like, truly played an MMORPG? I'm trying to remember. It must be decades. Like when I was in college. And that was, well, like 8 years ago. 8 or 9 years ago. I don't even know now. It's been a very long time since I played an MMO, and it's like, I've been spending a lot of time in New World. It's been a lot of fun. That's not something you like record though. Is you just go walking around chopping trees and, you know, fishing, and it's like very, very casual. It's something you do while watching a movie, but it's been fun. IRL stunlocked? No, I actually get stunlocked. Fishing? That's right, fishing. If you can't record it, stream it. New World? I mean, I don't mind. It's just such a, like, there's no action. It's literally you know, like you're chopping trees, or you're getting fish, or you're mining ores, and like I play like a crafter, you know, like I gather stuff and I'm watching TV on the side. Like, it's super chill. I don't know if that gets reflected on the stream though. People love it. Okay, I mean, hey, maybe we can have a New World stream. I hit max level in New World. You know, I've been playing a lot. You know what though? What's kind of funny is I talked about last week how I play Path of Exile in bed, but it doesn't really work because I die a lot. With an MMORPG, it's actually possible to just play it on your phone. Like, I did that a lot. That's how I spent a lot of the hours. Let's go for stabilizing energy, anomalous aura. Let's go for that. That's how I spent a lot of time. Like at night, if I'm just like, you know, maybe I'm upstairs, wife's watching. My wife's been watching a lot of TV shows, so she's been watching You, and I would just kind of watch it on the side while playing New World on my phone. And first of all, that show is kind of fucked up. I don't know if you guys watched it before. Like the premise is like, if you ever watched, it's kind of like Dexter, but it gives me Dexter vibes at least. It's like there's a guy who's a stalker, but the show makes it seem like he's a good guy even though he's not. Or at least I don't know if they might make it seem like a good guy, but he's like, he stalks women, and then it's like a weird show. There's 3 seasons of that shit. What show? You. It's on Netflix. It's called You.
When I'm ready.
And like, it's always like, it's not cheesy, but like the lines are always like, you know, he's a stalker, right? It's like, my life, you know, it was so dreary until I met you. Hate that show. I've only been watching it on the side. It's all right. Sup, Em? Hey, how's it going, Turtle? We were just talking about how I've been playing a lot of New World. I noticed that you have been too, actually. Oh, the pack size. The Scourge pack size is insane. One thing that I noticed is this league, I'm dying so much more, because the Scourge stuff is actually so difficult. I don't know if it's overtuned or I just don't have enough damage. I don't know what it is, but I'm dying a lot. Like, I'm focusing a lot on my defenses these days. In like acts while progressing. I was like, I need to make sure I got like max resistance and all of that stuff, right? Because it just hurts. Maybe Occultist is squishy? I don't actually know. Really, I'm dying so much less. The evasion buffs and spell suppression are insane. I think I'm gonna go like in that route as well. But right now, I don't have anything. I don't have any evasion. I don't have any spell suppression. Right? Like it's just like there's nothing here. It's just a bunch of damage nodes and some life. Like I get surrounded and I instantly die. That's all I play now. I've been playing a lot in New World, but you know what? One thing I don't do as much. I don't do as much of the high level content in New World. Like there's a lot of like level 60 watermarking, right? Like I just can't find the time to get a group big enough and the commitment to play. But I like gather a lot, you know. I find myself doing a lot of gathering and I actually enjoy it. A lot of fishing, chopping with trees, you know. It's fun.
Remember.
So like one of the common complaints I think with I'm getting stunlocked by New World, but one of the common complaints by New World is like there's not much of an end game. And in a way, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but like there's a lot of stuff you can do. But at the same time, you know, if you're just like not doing the end game content, it's a lot of the same, right? I'm gear score farming right now. I do it mostly in groups, but I solo a bunch too. Yeah, I haven't tried gear score farming in solo, and I've been too lazy to find a group. There's plenty of groups all the time, but it's like it requires a 40-minute commitment or whatever that sometimes, often at least, I don't have, unfortunately, but whatever. But yeah, in the game, the way farming gear works is once you hit like a certain level, talk to who? Who?
Tala.
Greetings.
Is there a quest reward? Oh, here. Oh, right. Utility flask. Well, if evasion is good, we're probably gonna go the evasion route, so let's take a jade flask. Sure. I mean, why do I even have a hybrid flask? I wasn't even using it. In fact, why do I have a mana flask? I'm not even using that.
For freedom.
The way gear score works in New World is the way you farm gear. With regards to the way you farm gear is like the way like stats or like stats, should you call it stats? Stats work in like gear stats work in the game. Is there something called gear score, which is like an average rating of your gear? And like the more high level mobs you farm, if it drops like a high gear score, it like logs it in your character or whatever. So say the maximum gear score is like 600. You know, you need to farm level cap mobs like 60 something or whatever. And you know, at first you'll drop 500 gear score stuff. And then once that drops, now you're eligible to drop like 505 gear score stuff. And then you're eligible to drop, you know, 510 and so on and so forth. And like as you farm slowly, the gear that can potentially drop increases as well. So there's a lot of farming that you have to do in the end game. A lot of like, you have to fight a lot of monsters in order to get all that gear.
When I'm ready,
it's a lot of work that I haven't done at all. The moment I hit level 60, I'm like, sweet, I can chop like bigger trees, you know. That's what I've been working on. And like probably in the last week and a half, I just been like gathering stuff for our company or for our guild. Starting to get 560 drops now. Yeah, I'm just relying on the guild to like craft me gear. That's basically what I'm doing. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I've been having a lot of fun. Those are probably the two games that I've been playing a lot, right? Or these are the two games, like Path of Exile, and then New World. The New World, if I'm on the PC, I'm probably playing PoE. But New World, I'm probably playing when I'm like watching a movie or, you know, maybe I'm on like a call or something, right? Like something where I can just walk around and press E, chop a tree, fish, you know, a lot of fishing. But as a result, I actually have a lot more hours in New World. Hoku caught me out once. He called me out because I had like 400 hours in the game in the first week, which basically means I never logged off, which is true. I never logged off. For the last 2 weeks, I just never closed the game because I would play in my bed, right? I would play in bed, and then like instead of quitting the game, I would just pass out. Like 1 a.m. or whatever. I would play for an hour in bed and then pass out, and then the game just stays on. until, you know, 5 p.m. the next day, right? When I'm back on my computer. So yeah, but my hours are not true hours though. I don't think it counts because there's a lot of AFK and getting kicked out of the game. Plus, the first week it was 8-hour queues, so you know it took me 8 hours just to get into the game. Like those hours were not representative of the you know how much I actually played, but I have played a lot. Like let's not kid ourselves. I've been playing a lot. But I don't know. Like Path of Exile is probably gonna take a lot more of my time. There's something to be said about like there are two different completely different games, right? One is very community based. At the end of the day, Path of Exile is like, no matter how much you try to play at a party, it's still very like solo oriented, right? Like the fact is, I can do whatever I want in this game solo, and sometimes it's probably better. I don't know, like fighting Cyrus maybe. But like in something like an MMORPG, and not just New World, MMORPGs in general, it's like they promote party play. You can't do certain content on your own, which changes things actually, because I realized that yes, I like the party concept of MMOs, and now I'm going away from talking about like New World itself, but just MMOs in general. But in a way, I prefer Path of Exile because
cleansed of impurity.
I'm like an introvert, I guess. Like I'm kind of antisocial. Like I don't want to go out and look for people to party up with, because like sometimes it's hard to do, you know? Or like maybe they're not doing the same content, or maybe it requires these guys want to spend 3 hours, I can only spend 30 minutes. Like, you know, there are different levels of commitment. So like sometimes that part is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Introvert, streamer, pick one. Hey, you can be both, can't you? Like, I enjoy the concept of talking and just chilling, but sometimes it's like, maybe it's just you need to find the right community, right? Like sometimes it's like these guys are hard, they go hard, and it's like, oh, that's not me. Or sometimes it's just like the shit we're talking about. It's like I'm not into this. While we're playing, you know, you just gotta find the right group of friends, of course.
Rise! I am the torch. I am the Emperor.
Wars are super fun. I've been having a lot of fun in wars, especially when they're nicely organized. That's probably the most fun I've had in the game, actually. When I get to participate in wars and evasion. So just for as a FYI, in New World you can participate in wars. It's a game that's faction based, right? There are 3 factions, and then every day there are wars happening between factions, and you can join these. And most of them are faction based. Some of them are like company run or like guild run. So most of our wars are like, it's run by the guild, which is nice because that's super organized, and it's 50 people against 50 people, 50-50 wars, 50v50, and it's like there are 10 squads of 5. And like there are people like giving commands and going like, oh, you go in point A, you go in point C. It's like, oh, rotation squads go. Like it's super fun. Like that level of organization is super cool. It's probably as close as you're gonna get to like a raid in this game at this point, I think. Maybe like in terms of like big organized parties. It's really fun. And then there are also these things called invasions, which is like a monster gauntlet. It's like 50 people, and then you have like waves of like PvE content, waves of enemies coming at you, and you just gotta defend against it for 30 minutes. That's super fun as well. I've tried both. We've never completed an invasion yet. We got really close, but it's super hard. The wars, we've won some, we lost some, you know. For the most part, I think our guild is pretty strong, but our previous server, the other 2 factions were insane, and they basically booted us off of the server because we just lost all of our land. And then we realized we weren't as hardcore as we thought we were. Which we weren't. Like I'm not hardcore, and then like a lot of people aren't either, but the other factions were super hardcore. I'm usually in top 3 for healing in every war and top 10 overall. That means you're like really well geared, Turtle. Either that or you're playing really well. I don't know. Well, sometimes for healing, it's like, you know, if you heal at the point, you get a lot more healing done. If you're part of some kind of rotational squad, you don't get as much. But either way, if your score is that high, it means you're doing really well, which is insane. That means like you're probably one of the top, you're the top healer in, or top 3 healers in your faction. I'm like bottom. Like my score is always like 40 something, you know? Like we got these guys doing insane damage. Like I'm playing a mage, right? I can't believe I just spent 20 minutes talking about New World while playing Path of Exile. Anyways. I mean, we're doing fine. We're progressing nicely. We just killed Innocence. He's the noob killer, and I didn't even freaking... I didn't even flinch, man. He didn't do a thing to us. Things are looking pretty good. Considering that we're on a 3 link right now, we're doing really good. Like our damage. So, I'll be honest, part of the reason why I started streaming today, 1 was I wanted to play some PoE. 2, I got really hungry, and I'm like, dude, I had dinner like 3 hours ago. I should not be hungry. And I'm like, I'm gonna stream just to take my mind away from food. And as I say that, I realized I started talking about food. Now I'm getting like hungry again. But I was like, let's get our mind off of this. Let's start doing something else, man. I'm like craving noodles, like ramen, dude. I had ramen for lunch. Ramen is dope, man. Ramen with a little bit of that like half-cooked eggs. Yo. The soft-boiled egg. Maybe a little bit of char-siu.
When I'm ready, and not before.
It usually takes 4 people to kill me any less, and I out-heal the damage they do. That's insane. I don't understand how you could be so tanky, even though your gear score is like what? Like 525, you said? Ah, that's freaking, I was scrolling up in chat and I died. I don't understand how that happens, because like... we got tanks that have like 22,000 HP, they have freaking 590 gear score, and they're still getting ripped apart sometimes in wars, you know? Maybe healers are just super strong, I don't... Which is funny, like, you know, normally healers are the first ones that get targeted. I would like to ask why you went explode first instead of +1 curse. I only have a 3 link, and I already have 2 curses.
Too much clutter.
I guess that's the answer. And I don't have fusings. Alright, let's go sell some stuff. I mean, that's basically what it came down to. Malediction is OP? Well, that's good to know. I wasn't sure how good Malediction was. I actually wasn't. I guess the extra curse is insane. Now that I think about it, it's like 50% more damage. Extra curse. Malediction. Deal 10% reduced damage and take 10% increased damage. I mean, you're right. You're right. I was just thinking, you know, the pops... Okay, I'll be honest. The real reason, because I definitely wasn't thinking about the fact that I only had a 3 link. The real reason is the pops sound nice. Pop, 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 pop. You know. Like, that's I'm not even joking.
Greetings.
I love them too, but that's a bad reason. That's actually the real reason. Like if I just think back on what led to that decision, if I were to rewind it, it probably went something along the lines of, all right, I'm really excited to get this thing and everything's gonna die. Pop, pop, pop. It's gonna sound awesome.
Don't ever.
That's, yeah. All right, so we probably want to get Malediction next. Only a few healers are on a straight kill list, and I'm one of them. Damn.
Greetings.
You're like a raid boss, Turtle. It's insane. All right, I need the Blight Jewel. The Blight Jewel. This is the one time where I'm actually picking up a jewel that will actually help me. Here it is. Spreading Rot. This is the one, right? Blight. If you want things to be awesome, use Herald of Ash and
Remember,
2 obliterations
for
with Bane
freedom.
Pop. It's nutty. How much are obliterations though? I only have 1 chaos. Can I afford it? Obliteration, I can't even use it at this level though, right? Can you? Wait, you can. It's like level 20 something. Excuse me. Anyways, at this point, I'm like, nah. We got enough. We got enough for now. But definitely, you know, when the time comes, we're gonna need to pick up Malediction. That is true. Give me a sec, I'm gonna give you 2 obliterations. I'll take them. I'll take them. I won't say no. Actually, this is... Sweet. It's one way to get an upgrade. Just get fed equipment. But it's fine. It's not too expensive. All right, I'm going to socket. It's 56 level wise. Obliteration's level 56. Really? Is it because it's corrupted, or is it just like that? I don't remember. All right, thank you, Dream. It probably is just 56. Your hits treat chaos resistance as 10% higher than actual value. Literally doesn't matter. Minus 22 cold resistance, chance to inflict cold exposure on hit. Also, I mean, I guess the cold resistance is not great, but doesn't matter. Cool, thanks. Good thing you don't hit outside of the chaos pop. It's just for fun. A good rare wand is way better. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna get that cane of unraveling, just so I can get some plus. Like, I picked up at Honor Home and I realized that the Honor Home has +2 to socketed gems, right? So if I can just get +2 to all spell, I can get +4, which probably beats a 5 link, like a +4 to gem level. Or maybe even a 6, I don't know. It probably doesn't beat 6 link, but... Because right now we have +3 to Bane, which is pretty good. That's basically where all my damage is coming from. Oh, Delirium.
What magnificent monuments to mortal absurdity. Yet it is somehow aspirational.
Endgame, you want a spell bow? Uh-huh. Like a +3? With +1 socketed and +2 support and double dot multi, but that's very, very expensive. I think at that point, I would guess, at that point I would have swapped to Arakali's Fang. I would imagine, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I take this further than I had planned, but I don't know actually, I haven't thought that far. I was like, at some point I need to switch when I can afford whatever it is I need for Arakali's Fang. Bane is fun. Yeah, Bane is actually a pretty fun skill. I like I mentioned on day one, it's like, it was always that skill where I'm like, man, I really should play this skill. It's actually super fun. I don't know why I don't play it more often. And then I say that to myself, and next thing I know, I'm playing something else. you know, consecrated path totems.
When I'm ready and not before.
Maybe we do try and take Bane a little bit further instead of just going straight Arakali's Fang. I don't even know how to build out the Arakali's Fang, so maybe this is a good chance for me to build up some currency, get the gear before just screwing myself. Although I doubt the Arakali's Fang would be that bad. So for starters, Arakali's new Fang wants a shield, which is 40x. Okay, we're playing Bane. Oh, is there a trial in here? I don't actually remember. No. Is there a trial in the ossuary? Act 10 ossuary? Okay. Okay, I got it mixed up. Hey, on the bright side, if you keep playing Bane, you get to compare your trade league gear with my solo self-found gear. I don't think it'd be like very much of a comparison. Your gear is just gonna be better, probably. You never know though. You never know. But for the most part, I don't really buy gear, so. But I guess I have easier access to currency. Maybe. Probably. If I actually knew how to spend it. You could drop Mageblood. What's Mageblood?
Did you think our vengeance was done, Savior?
Also, you have crafting materials. I can't make 1C trades. That is true. That is true. Mageblood's a unique item, right? I forgot what it was, but it's the the perma flash belt. That one. Okay, yeah. It's worth 1 mirror. Oh, is that the new headhunter? What's the most expensive? Is that the most expensive unique right now? Headhunter and Mageblood are the same price. But hey, that basically means there are more belts to Ancient Orb, right? Can you Ancient Orb with Mageblood? Mirrors are 110 exalts, Headhunter, Mageblood, 90x. Yikes. It's a heavy belt in the global drop pool. Okay, yeah, so potentially you could. You know, you just hit up all the Gwenins and all of that stuff.
When I'm ready and not before.
I could actually probably have a Spectre. I mean, I am leveling the gem on the side. It's just I have no Spectre nodes. I don't know if it'll actually be good. Having a Spectre with no links, there's no way it's good, actually. The more I think about it. A 4-link Spectre with no investment. Maybe it's good if I get whatever that Scourge thing is. Maybe.
Oops, clumsy me.
It's quite possibly the best belt in the game, except for Headhunter, it's on par with it. I mean, I can imagine. It seems really good. Not just really good, it seems insane. I can't believe they actually, like, release something like that. I mean, I guess it's super rare, but people are gonna have it eventually. Instant res cap with no investment. Always 400 crit multi. 200% movement speed. Oh, crit chance, not multi. Okay, yeah. 400% crit multi is... Woo! There's no flask that gives multi. It has to be magic flask, right? Not unique flasks? Okay, yeah. It's actually insanely good. It gives you offense, it gives you lots of defense, it gives you resistance, right? You get a whole bunch of like evasion. I understand that it's good. I mean, it just sounds good on paper. And then you look at it in practice and it's like, wow, it's insane. Like, those are one of those items. Do you know how there are some items where only after you use it, like, with some other interaction, only after some other item interactions do you realize, oh, this thing is, like, pretty good. It's insane, right? It's like super undervalued item. You gotta get this before it rises in price. And then there's the item where you just take one look at it and you're like, okay, this thing's insane. I guess Mageblood is one of those. Oh, are these Divine Ire Scourges the super OP ones? Because I do see their lasers showing up every now and then. Yeah? Okay. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna need to look it up later. Interesting. Minus lightning res. Decent amount of energy shield. Decent amount of life. Fire res, cold res. That's actually pretty good. But at level 84, which is easy to get with Spectre Gem, they have a 25k base damage spell. 25k base damage? Okay. That's... Alright, sure. So, like, basically, even on a 4 link, they're gonna be insane. Or on 5 link or 6 link, it's... Alright, so Spectre summoners are probably pretty good this league, then. You need plus level for Spectres to get to that level? True.
For freedom.
One point, so let's get some more life, get some more strength. That'd be nice. And I probably want to allocate spreading rot somehow, maybe through this point. 2 points here. Hey, I like what they did here with this wait, what the heck? It looks cooler, but I don't think anything changes with regards to pathing. Oh wait, maybe it does change. So you could get the frenzy charge faster. The charges take an extra point from one side? It fucks both builds? Really? But you could just take this and not take duration, right? And you get to have jewel socket faster. Because assassins tend to take power charge from left, and rangers tend to come from the right. Oh, I see. I see. No, but overall, if you're gonna take this jewel slot, it's the same. Did I unironically fucked with both builds? Wait, what was it like before? I actually can't remember anymore. Okay, well, either way, I'm not picking that up. Not my problem. Get wrecked, nerds! It used to be 2 points for the charges. It used to be 2 points for the charges, but then it was also 2 points for the jewel socket. So you get the jewel socket and 1 point less, right? Or am I wrong? So I guess unless you're not going for the jewels, the jewel was in a different spot. Yeah, the jewel required an extra 2 points. So now you can get this in a combo. Like before, it was like 1, 2, and then go up 1, and then 1, 2. But now it's 1, 2. You know what I mean? Still a point loss because of where they were allocated? You might have a point. The frenzy was lower down, the power charge was higher up. Okay, so... Okay, I see what you're saying. Talk to Bannon.
Don't ever give up.
Don't ever give up. Okay. We are getting none of this. Let's take this.
Innocence blesses your journey.
But this just looks weird now. Like it costs 3 points to get... I don't know. I don't actually know anymore. There's quite a few places where it feels like they just snuck in an extra travel node for no reason. This is probably the one league where I spoiled the least for myself. I don't know why. The patch notes just seemed really long, this league. And I was like, no, I can't. I can't. And I would just tab back into New World, right? Like, this league, I definitely didn't read as much. So a lot of this comes as a surprise to me. Like when I read certain things, I'm like, what is this, right? Which is nice in a way. Like there are a lot of pleasant surprises, good and bad. But again, that's one of those things that like it stun locks me. I look at it, I'm like, the heck is this? And I spend 5-10 minutes on it. Okay, Katava. We're gonna do Katava this episode, apparently. The end nodes between mind over matter and elemental equilibrium was 2 points before, now it's 3 points? Yeah, and they added this weird curve. Why? Why curves? I feel like this patch, GGG, was just really into like semicircles or oval shape. It wasn't like that before. Before it was like straight lines, right? What happened? They added more curves, yeah. Someone found the spline function. Hey guys, did you guys know that there's like a spline function in our code editor? Check this out. What? There's a spline function? Hey Rory, did you know there's a spline function? Holy crap, there's a spline function? Hey. Chris, did you know there's a spline function? Guys, we should add the spline function. Curve boner. We're just gonna we took the words evening, you know, evening out the edges of our game a little too literally. We thought, or not evening out, rounding out the edges They told us we needed to round out the edges in the game. You know, it's a good game, but there are some parts that are just a little clunky. You need to round out the edges. So we rounded out the edges on our passive tree. How can you say we do not listen to you, community? How can you say that? We listen to every word. We hang on to it. But basically, you know what it did? It made me feel like there was a change. Even okay. On the bright side, the blood meter didn't even go down that much because I died so fast. What the frick? Okay, not a problem. I got trapped. I mean, I don't mind them listening to the community. The community was complaining that Scourge is overtuned because they're not using Grace and have 4K life. And so GGG confirmed Scourge nerfs. Are Scourges... Are they getting nerfed? So those of us who use the new defenses are just going to be immortal. I honestly... Okay, are you going for like evasion and suppression on your Bane character? Because I feel like that's the way to go, right? It just, like, it's reachable. It seems, like, viable to do, of course. Okay. As long as I have, like, positive confirmation from you, I know I'm not going... I'm not veering into the wrong path. +1 to all fire. I'll have enough evasion that Ghost Dancer doesn't mess with my ES, and whenever I get hit, I'll recover like 4k ES. Ghost Dancer is just OP this league, huh? Maybe I'm gonna end up playing Bane longer than I thought. It looks like it might end up being like a smooth experience, actually, like a very smooth experience. And if that's the case, I might have too much fun with Bane to switch. And that's a problem. Is it a problem? Maybe not. So far, I'm having a lot of fun with this skill. It's just super chill. Just drop the Bane, move around, drop. "95% evasion means you basically always have ghost stance stacks, and if you have 95% evasion, you have enough evasion that 3% of it is like 4k ES. So you just get a full heal every time you get hit. Reddit says they feel squishier. Omega lol. I mean, honestly, if you don't know how to build defenses, right? Like right now, I don't have evasion just because, you know, I didn't. Maybe I should be picking up Grace right now. I don't have much dexterity though. Wait, I do have 125. Holy cow. Maybe I should be picking up. But like, I don't have any nodes in, you know, evasion and all that stuff. And I don't have anything in suppression. But as a result, like, I am pretty squishy right now. Hey, just as we say that, we got a Vol Grace. Huh. Speak of the devil. Well, let's attach steel skin for now. I need... The bleed is actually really annoying right now. Whenever I'm bleeding, I'm actually super annoyed. Okay. Well, if I find a green gem, maybe I'll stick Grace in there. Vol Grace is dog shit? Yeah, but now I have Grace. I'm not gonna trigger Vol Grace, but... Oh, wait. Vol Grace would mess with my Vol Blight, though, I suppose, which is not good. You can't get it to 21 anymore? You can't get Vol Grace to 21? What? Oh, it's corrupted. I see what you're saying. I see. So I want to be leveling a regular Grace, is what you're saying. So that there's a chance I get level 21 Grace. I follow. How's it already 11 o'clock? Jesus.
When I'm
Auras are
ready
easy to do
and
because
not
you don't have to
before.
quality them. You just need to level them once. True. True, it's pretty easy to vault them. Okay, so far so good. I mean, our damage doesn't feel to be very... it's not lacking. I'll say that much. Seems pretty good. Against these bigger guys, I guess it's not amazing, but it's definitely enough right now. The only thing is I'm dying to Scourge. And I guess that's because I just don't have any defenses set up. Maybe this is the league where, like, where people realize that as you're leveling, or, like, you need to add a little bit of defenses into your build early on. I don't know. Because normally when you're leveling, you just go straight damage and, you know, just friggin' rush through everything, right? I fully believe Ghost Dancer is the most broken keystone in the game right now. Divine Shield is just a shittier Ghost Dance for armor. Divine Shield. What's Divine Shield? Is that on a tree? Wait, is that new? Cannot recover energy shield to above armor. 3% of physical damage prevented from hits recently is regenerated as energy shield per second. Huh. Like I said, you know, I never really paid attention to the new stuff, so that's actually the first time I've seen it. It's Ghost Dancer, but it's ES regen, not recover. Recovers instant. That's true. By the way, new players. When you kill Katava, you lose 30% to all resistances permanently. So take a look at your resistances. You might realize you have even less. If you had nothing before, it's even so much worse now. So much worse.
Goodbye.
All right. Hey, look, it's been an hour, and we are now in Act 6. Act 5 actually went by super fast. We did a whole act. So I'm gonna call the episode right here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.